What would happen if you met and fought a bear in Alaska? Are you planning your next vacation? Have you already ruled out Texas for tornadoes, the East Coast for alligators, and a cruise for fear of whirlpools? Are you thinking of something cooler and safer? Well, I'm afraid I can only guarantee you coolness this time around. Welcome to another extreme adventure like the ones I usually tell on this channel. Today we will get into one of the most incredible and dangerous situations you could live in nature. We are going to talk about a scenario that you have surely thought about sometime. What would happen if you met and fought with a bear in Alaska? Put on a good coat because here we go. Bears are among the most imposing and feared animals on the planet. They can weigh up to 680 kilos, measure more than 2 meters in height, and run at 50 kilometers per hour. In addition, they have enormous strength and sharp teeth and are capable of tearing flesh with ease. No wonder they are the kings of the Alaskan forests, home to 3 different species: the black bear, the brown bear, and the polar bear. But what are the chances of encountering a bear in Alaska, and of being attacked, and of surviving? In this video, I'm going to answer these questions and give you some tips on how to avoid a confrontation with a bear. So stay until the end, because what you're about to see will surprise you. And by the way, subscribe. According to statistics, there are about 30,000 black bears, 35,000 brown bears, and 4,000 polar bears in Alaska. In this state, there is a higher concentration of bears about the number of inhabitants, since the human population is about 740,000 inhabitants, so there is almost 1 bear for every 10 inhabitants. However, bears tend to avoid contact with people and prefer to live in remote and wild areas where they find their food and shelter. What a relief. That's why most tourists visiting Alaska never see a bear unless they go to a national park or nature preserve where they can be observed from a safe distance. Well, this sounds very safe, but what if you wander into bear territory unwittingly? Or if you come across one on a road or at a campsite, or if you stumble upon one while fishing or hunting? In these cases, the bear will most likely ignore you or move away from you, as it does not consider you a threat or prey. Most bear attacks are provoked by the recklessness or ignorance of humans, who get too close, feed them, surprise or disturb them. So, this is the end of today's video. I hope that you thought I was going to let you go without an exciting story. Stay right there because there's still a lot to tell about bear attacks. There are some situations in which the bear may react aggressively and attack you. For example, if it feels cornered, if it has to protect its cubs, if it is injured or sick, if it is hungry, or if it is attracted to your food. In these cases, your life may depend on how you act and how you know how to identify the type of bear and its behavior. So please pay close attention to what I'm going to tell you now. Black bears are the smallest and most common bears in Alaska. They usually have black fur, but they can also be brown, blonde, or even white. And they are still called black bears? Well, at least you can recognize them by their size. They have a straight face, a straight lumbar line, a small head, and short, dark claws. Black bears are more curious and opportunistic than other bears, and can climb trees with ease. If you encounter a black bear, it's best to act bravely and stand up to it. Make noise, wave your arms, act big, and yell loudly. This will show that you are not easy prey, and that you are not worth attacking. If the black bear attacks you, don't stand still or play dead. Fight with all your strength. Use whatever object you have at hand, and aim at its face and nose. This way you will be able to hurt and scare it. Grizzly bears are the largest and most dangerous bears in Alaska. This species includes grizzly bears and Kodiak bears, which are the largest in the world. Grizzly bears can have black, brown, blonde, or even silver fur. They have a hump on their back, a concave face, a curved lumbar line, a large head, and long, light claws. Brown bears are more territorial and dominant than black bears and can run very fast. If you encounter a grizzly bear, it's best to be discreet and give it space. Back away slowly, speak calmly, avoid eye contact, and don't run or climb a tree. This will show him that you are not a threat and that you respect his space. If the grizzly bear attacks you, it is most likely a defensive attack, and it just wants to intimidate you. In this case, the best thing to do is to stand still and play dead. Drop to the ground, get into a fetal position, protect your head and neck with your hands, and wait for it to leave. Don't move or scream until you are sure the bear is gone. Polar bears are the rarest and most difficult to see in Alaska. They only live in the Arctic zone, where ice and snow cover the landscape. Polar bears have white fur, which serves as camouflage. They have an elongated head, a long snout, small ears, and webbed feet. They are the only bears that are exclusively carnivorous, feeding mainly on seals. If you encounter a polar bear, it is best to prepare for the worst, because it is very likely that it will consider you prey and attack you mercilessly. That's right. We've been fooled by the image of happy polar bears during the holiday season. There's not much you can do to avoid or escape a polar bear, except carry a firearm and know how to use it. If the polar bear attacks you, don't give up and shoot to kill. Aim for its head or its heart, and don't stop shooting until it's dead. PFFF, how drastic. Anyway, as you can see, meeting and fighting with a bear in Alaska is an experience that no one would want to live, because of the fatal consequences it can have. Therefore, the best thing to do is to respect these animals and follow the safety and prevention rules of the places you visit. Remember that bears only attack when they feel threatened or when they are hungry. So, if you ever encounter a bear in Alaska, don't be nervous, stay calm and pray that it is freshly fed. And if you manage to get away unscathed, tell us your story in the comments. I hope you liked this video, and that you learned something new and useful. If you liked it, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this one, leave us your suggestions in the comments. See you in the next episode. See you soon.